Election day here in West Michigan today, and voters are continuing to cast their ballots. Polls close at 8 tonight. News 8's Demetrius Sanders is live at a polling location in Wyoming. He joins us now with how voting has gone so far and what's being done to keep the process safe and secure. Demetrius?
Amber, election workers here at the Wyoming Senior Center say they've seen a steady flow of people coming in throughout the day to vote. And as of this afternoon, there's been no major issues with the voting process. Now, Wyoming City Clerk Kelly Vandenberg says they're still working through exact numbers, but voter turnout appears to be strong. She also says 20,000 people voted early in person or absentee prior to Election Day. Now, as for the environment at the polls, Vandenberg says it has been very positive. She says there has been times where people have to be reminded of election laws, but those concerns have mostly been resolved without any issues. Now, one thing voters may see while they're at the polls are election challengers who are allowed to inspect the voting process as long as they do not interfere with voters. These challengers are typically representatives from political parties or other organizations.
I think overall they have a role in elections and we're there to support them. Sometimes they can provide some very valuable feedback too to help us improve.
Now, again, the polls do close tonight at 8, and Vandenberg says before you come out, be sure to double check your voter registration. For now, live in Wyoming, Demetrius Sanders, News 8.
All right, Demetrius. Now let's get to News 8's Josh Sanchez, who is in Grand Rapids Township Hall, which served as the early voting spot. Josh, what are you seeing?
Yeah, that's right. The steady flow of voters has been coming in throughout the afternoon, and officials with the township tell me there are about 15,900 people in the township registered to vote. Now, over the last 9 days of early voting, they tell me that there was about 3,750 people who cast a ballot during those 9 days, and in the last 10 minutes, I've been told about 493 people have gone through this polling location today alone. And one of those folks was Brianna Christensen, who says this is her first time voting. She tells me that she was really excited to take part in the democratic process and wanted to wait for Election Day proper to go vote with her parents.
Well, I came right after school, actually, and we kind of just walked in and out in about like 20 minutes. It was kind of quick. There was no line, really. There's like a lot of talk on social media, so I wanted to be able to voice my opinion.
Now, I've also seen a steady stream of people coming through to do some same-day registration at the clerk's office, and those lines have been going relatively quickly as well. Now, we're going to be spending the night going through polling locations around Kent County and bringing the latest both on air and online. In Grand Rapids Township, Josh Sanchez, News 8.
Thank you, Josh. And News 8's Byron Tellison is following voter turnout in Ottawa County tonight. He's live outside the county complex in West Olive with the latest numbers. Byron?
Amber, Ottawa County Clerk Justin Roebuck says he's seeing steady turnout so far. He's expecting somewhere between 70,000 and 75,000 voters to vote in person today, which is typical for a presidential election. But more people are actually voting early. We've got those numbers back. Over 42% of voters have voted early. More than 33,000 people took advantage of early in-person voting across 4 different sites spread across the county. And election officials received more than 71,000 absentee ballots. That's a 93% return rate. Roebuck says it's been a good day. No major issues so far, and early voting is keeping the lines smaller.
We're expecting, again, a fairly smooth day, and certainly hoping for that and planning for what we need to do to take care of our voters today. But I think it's gone better because of early voting.
You may remember during the August primary here, the county elections results page had crashed. They have made adjustments since, and they say that will likely not happen again. For now, live in West Olive, Byron Tellison, News 8.
All right, let's head over to News 8 political reporter Rick Albin with a look at the race for president. We know this is going to be a close one.
It's going to be the closest in my lifetime, to be sure, at least as it is on the map in numbers right now. Understanding none of this is written in stone, And we could see some surprises or changes. But let's take a look at how you get to become president. It takes 270 electoral votes. And as of today, Arizona, which had been one of those toss-up states, has now been rated by 270 to win as leaning towards Republican. So that brings Trump up to 230 electoral votes, and that means he needs 40 more to win. So what does that path look like? Well, in Georgia and North Carolina, there are 32 electoral votes, 16 apiece. That gets him to within 8 votes. But no other state on this map that's available, which is only Nevada, gets him enough. So he has to win one of these blue wall states, Wisconsin, Michigan, or Pennsylvania. Currently, he has the slightest edge in Pennsylvania of 0.3% of the average polls. That essentially means nothing. Now, for Harris, her goal is a little higher at 44 votes that she needs, but it's a pretty simple path for her, too. If she wins Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania, game over. If she loses any one of the blue wall, that's going to make her path to the presidency much more difficult. Now, I could spend the time and change them and look at the numbers, but the facts are pretty clear. Both of these candidates are going to have to win at least one of those 3 states. So that means Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania are really the focus of this election early on. Here's something else I would point out. We aren't going to know the results from all of these states tonight. We may be standing here tomorrow night at 4 o'clock, still waiting for one or more of those states to come up with final numbers. And I tell you that now so people can kind of prepare for the fact that this is not going to be something that at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's not impossible, but it's not likely that we're going to be able to say, well, we wake up this morning with a new president. I just don't think that's the way this is going to play out. New rules, new early voting, absentee ballots, all of those things, plus county clerks and election officials from coast to coast want to make sure they get it right. They want to get it first, they want to get it quick, but first they want to get it right. So have some patience, as those of us in the broadcast industry that are known for not having patience are going to have to do. And we'll keep you updated with full election results starting tonight right here on Wood TV. Amber?
All right, thank you so much. You'll be live with us throughout the night. Thank you so much, Rick.